And we are live. Welcome, 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 everyone. Hello, thank you so much for joining us today. And good afternoon to everyone here in Canada. And maybe good morning or good evening to those who are joining us from different parts of the world. So we are so grateful you're here with us today. And whether you're watching this on replay, don't forget hashtag replay if you're watching it on replay. So tonight we'll be talking about one of the most frequently asked questions that we receive all the time. And that is, do I really need to invest to start? And honestly, this is such a good question because many people are curious, interested, and hopeful. But at the same time, they also want to understand what it truly takes to start something, aside from their regular job. So today, we'll be sharing our personal thoughts, experiences, and perspectives about this topic. And nothing perfect, just a real conversation from the heart. Before we begin, let me quickly introduce myself, and then I'll also let my amazing business partners here to introduce themselves as well. So, hello again, everyone. My name is Emma, and I'm a wife, a mother of three. I can't tell anymore. I'm originally from the Philippines and currently living here in Quebec, Canada. By profession, I'm a midwife and I came to Canada 29 years ago as a nanny. And over the years, I've worked many different jobs while building a life for with my family. And I was also a former independent sales rep for many years, which helped me grow personally and professionally. And at the same time, um, you know, um, I was grateful to say that I'm now a mentor and proud digital business owner, helping and guiding other hardworking moms who are also looking for more flexibility and purpose and financial while they're still present with their kids. So, to hit the topic of the question, but before that, let me pass it on to my business partner so they can say hello to you all as well. Here you
All
go,
right.
ladies.
So I'll just start. Hello, everyone. My name is Rona, and I am based here in Maine, USA. I am a healthcare worker. I've been living here since 2014. I am a mom, a wife, and I have been working in the healthcare since I moved here from the Philippines. So I want to welcome everyone in here, and I hope you're going to be tuning us until the end so you will be inspired on how this business is going, and also if we can answer one of the frequently asked questions by a lot of people already. So go ahead. Whoever is the next in line, if you could please introduce yourself.
Hi, this is Samira Chakradhar Benjankar. I'm a mom of three beautiful kids, and I'm an immigrant from Nepal, currently living in Pennsylvania, USA. So I'm a registered nurse by profession, and I've been a nurse for 16 years. And yes, I'm enjoying this business for past 3 years. I'm learning and growing every day. And thank you everyone for joining us live today. And we'll be watching replay. Welcome, everyone. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Joyce. I am from Ontario, Canada. I'm a mother of two. I've been in the business for a while. I am a certified dental assistant and a certified PSW, and I'm so glad to be here today. So, back to you guys.
All right. Thank you, ladies, for introducing yourself. So, do I need to invest to start? And yes, for me, definitely yes, because I truly believe that every business requires some kind of investment, any legit business. And I think this is where a lot of people get stuck at the beginning, because when we hear the word investment, we automatically think it has to be something big, like something risky or something we might lose a lot. But in reality, investment is simply what you put in to be able to start or grow on something. So now, if we compare it to a traditional businesses, it's very clear that the investment you need is usually much higher upfront, right? And you're looking at things like renting for a space, buying inventory, hiring employees, equipments, permits. And before you even start earning anything, you've already spent thousands of dollars, right? So when I look at that, I started thinking not everyone has that kind of capital ready right away. And especially families or beginners who are just trying to find a better way aside their full-time job, they don't have, right? So that's actually one of the reason why I started becoming more open-minded about online business, because it felt more realistic for everyday people like moms, like us, working individuals, or someone who simply wants to explore another option aside that their 9 to 5 job or other types of work they have without needing a huge starting capital. And another thing that really shifted my mindset was this. I realized we already invest in so many areas in our life without even questioning it. We invest in education, because we believe it will give us a better future. At least that's how our parents, when we're growing up, that they instill into our mind. We invest in courses, trainings, or certifications because we want to grow or upgrade our skills or open to new opportunities for ourselves when it comes in. So even in our daily life, we invest in things like subscriptions, hobbies, shopping, eating out and again. And I'm not saying that those things are wrong at all. We all deserve to enjoy life, but it made me reflect on something deeper, that instead of just thinking I'm spending money in investing into a business, I started asking myself differently, different questions like, is this investment will help me to grow personally, help me to grow financially, or even emotionally in the long run? And that simple shift in my mindset really changed how I look at opportunities like this now. So, because for me, it's not just about the money itself, it's about what that money represents for me and my family. It's a chance to learn, a chance to grow, to potentially create something better for my future, especially for the future of my kids. And of course, I always believe that no one should ever feel pressured to do anything they are not comfortable with. But I also believe that sometimes the things that are most unsure about today can actually be the same things that open doors we didn't even realize we needed for tomorrow or someday. So, yes, my answer is you need an investment to start this business, and that is an investment for your future, for yourself, and for your family. So, I hope I give you guys a little bit of my insight about that question.
All right, Samita, if you want to go ahead.
Yeah, so people think one of the biggest misconception people have something when they are starting new is only investment that matter is money. But the truth is, successful people invested something long before they even see the result. Sometimes the first investment is not just a financial; it's a time, attention, consistency, and patience, and willingness to learn when feeling uncertain. So think about that way. When people go to college, they invest the years of their life receiving degree and education, right? So when some people start a new job, they invest on developing a new skill before they become good at what they do. So when people parents raise their child, they invest in endless energy and effort to see their kids grow up and big. So growth always asks for investment first. It might be money, it might be your time, and it doesn't have to be perfect in the beginning. So the biggest investment I have done is myself. I wasn't this perfect. I wasn't expertise on anything, and I didn't have any thousand followers in my social media. So I had a willingness to learn new skill, and I stayed coachable. I was consistent, and I keep showing off even before I'm confident fully. Right now I'm like shaking, but I still showing up for my business. And so for many people like who are already working and busy, like as an immigrant hardworking family, time is a valuable, more valuable than money. Like after working long shift, then taking care of child, managing household. So the question that you should ask, like the people should ask, should be that, am I willing to invest my time that can create a freedom later? So every path has the cost. Like even the successful people has invested something to become the successful, right? So so, so yes, small consistent investment over time create transformation. 1 hour of learning, that is also an investment on yourself. Learning new skill, uncomfortable stay, and getting out of your comfort zone, and the conversation and decision to keep going up, moving up, even though you are having a difficult time in your life, right? That's how the growth happen. So investing on yourself is never goes on a waste. Even if the journey change you unexpected way, things happen in a life, right? The skill you gain, the communication, the confidence you gain, the leadership, the mindset, the discipline, everything that impacts in your life in every aspect, not just only the business. So sometimes greatest return is not just the financial, it's becoming the best version of yourself. Never thought I could be. So I'm investing on myself, and that investment no one can take it away from me. And yes, I'm willing to learn. And you should ask yourself before asking, do I really need to invest? You should ask yourself that, am I willing to learn something new that can create a freedom in my future and for my family or for your whatever you are thinking. So yes, that's for me. I hope you're able to get something from me. Thank you. Back to you.
That was so good. That was very helpful. So people sometimes are so scared of with the word investment. Just the word investment, sometimes people have a very um, negative connotation. How do you say that, about that? Um, like, is that scam? Is that like, or when they talk about doing an online business, they always think of, do I have to invest? And people always think of investment as money, which is not always all the time, because um, there are two things of investing when you're going into a business. You invest your time, and yes, you invest money, because there's no business that has no investment. Um, and another thing is, people, their fear of doing things like that they get stuck is, they are waiting for the right time, the perfect time to start, or they're waiting for a signal for somewhere out there that this is the right opportunity for us to do. So it often, how there's a saying that opportunity knocks but once. So when an opportunity comes and then you start doubting it and you start questioning, I think the best thing to do is do your due diligence to do that. Do your due diligence, and once you invest in that, you also have to make sure that you invest with your time, because to make it successful, you have to be there, to be present, to work on it. And yes, there is money involved in any investment that we do. Um, so to get unstuck for that, you need to have actually your mindset. Mindset is I think the crucial part of that. When you have a good mindset, um, getting stuck will be not an issue for anybody. So when we start, when we let fear overcome that, um, then we lose a lot of opportunities that would come our way. That's it.
All right, thank you so much. And yes, I can totally relate that. When someone says investing, we really think, as for me, I really think that it is all about money, right? And I want to talk about something that I wish I understood earlier. That is why learning is actually the first investment. Yes, of course, we will need money, especially in starting this online business, but it is really important too that you invest in terms of learning. And honestly, this message comes from my personal experience. Before I started this journey, I truly believed that the only way to create a better future was to work harder, longer shifts, pick up more hours, sacrifice more time. And coming from healthcare, that was all I knew. You work hard, you survive. You keep going even when you're exhausted. And as an immigrant mom, I carried that mindset for years. I thought if I just keep pushing, eventually life would feel easier. But the truth is, working harder without learning something new kept me from stuck in the same cycle. I remember feeling tired all the time, missing moments with my daughter, living around schedule, asking permission for time off, and feeling like no matter how hard I work, I was still trading time for money. And one thing I realized is this: we invest in so many things, right? Without hesitation. We invest in cars, we invest in bills, we even invest years into jobs. But when it comes to investing in ourselves, our knowledge, our mindset, and our growth, suddenly we get scared. That used to be me. I used to think, what if it doesn't work? What if I fail? What if I waste money? Because I that's what I'm like always thinking about before. But then when I had to ask myself a harder question, what is it costing me to stay the same? Because staying stuck was already costing me time, energy, memories, freedom, and moments with family I can never get back. And one of the biggest things I learned is this: before big money comes in, before results happen, before confidence grows, there's usually a season of learning first. Learning helps you avoid costly mistakes. Learning gives you guidance. And learning shortens the trial and error process. And mentorship can help you see possibilities you couldn't see on your own. And I think about school sometimes, right? We spend years learning for careers so we can build a better future. But nobody questions that investment because it's considered normal. Yet, learning skills that could create more freedom, flexibility, and time with family somehow feels scary to people. And for me, learning changed more than just income opportunities. It changed the way I see life. It helped me believe that maybe I don't have to stay stuck in survival mode forever. Maybe there's another way. And I'm still growing and I'm still learning. But I'm grateful that I decided to invest in myself instead of only investing my energy into exhaustion. So if you are someone who's been wanting more time freedom, more flexibility, more presence with your family, don't underestimate of learning first. Sometimes the first investment isn't money. It's the decision to believe you're worth growing up something more. So thank you so much, ladies. And again, thank you everyone for who's going to be watching this video. And if this message resonates with you, or if this is something that you keep asking yourself, do I really need to invest yourself? Do you really need to invest something to start? So we hope that through this message that we are sharing to all of you, we give you some clarification on what you really need to invest first before starting anything in life, not only in business, but anything in life. So again, thank you so much for watching. If you are interested in learning to what we do in this business, it's just easy. You connect to any of us in here wherever you are seeing this live, or you can go to our own personal websites that you can see on our screen. Register with your full name and your valid email address, and from there you can watch our complimentary webinar that will give you an introduction about this business. And if you have any questions, just reach out to any of us and we'll be happy to give you more clarification on starting this business. So again, thank you, and we'll see you again on our next live. Bye, ladies.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.